So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Country Investor. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in. So in this video, we're going to talk about whether college is worth it or not. This is a question I get asked a lot. And people are just sometimes confused whether if it's even worth, the financial risk or taking out the loans on college, or is it better just to go into like a trade school or just not go to college at all? So stay tuned. So I'm just going to give you my, overall answer. My answer is no. I don't think college is worth it. And there's a couple careers where I would consider college essential, and that would be like if you're going to school to be a lawyer or if you're going to school to be a doctor, then I definitely think it's worth it. But if you're going to school solely just to make more money, I don't think it's worth it. If you're going to school to, I don't know, for psychology or science, by the way, yes, I do have my degree, so I'm just kind of giving you this so you know my background. I do have my degree. I did get my associate's degree as well, and I did get my bachelor's degree. But I don't think college today is necessary to be successful. There's so many ways, so many opportunities out there to where college is no longer necessary to succeed. I know a lot of people who didn't even graduate high school or maybe just graduated high school making way more money than doctors, and heart doctors, these higher end doctors that are specialties, that have specialties like heart doctors and foot doctors and things like that. I know a lot of people without degrees, people that I even used to work with, making more money than a doctor who didn't have degrees. So no, you do not need a degree to be financially free or to be successful in life. A degree is not necessary. Now, a quick disclaimer on why I think it's important if you are going to school to be a lawyer or a doctor, why it's important to go to school. It's not so much because, the financial responsibility of going to school and taking out those big lump sum of loans is worth it. That's not worth it in my opinion. But I would highly suggest people who are going into those fields to go to college, because I don't want, some neurosurgeon, God forbid something happens to me, I need something done in my head. I don't want some, off the street neurosurgeon to come and perform this. I want somebody who has been trained and knows how the brain operates and works through college. You don't want, this isn't where you want to be an entrepreneur in neurosurgery. You don't want to be an entrepreneur in neurosurgeon surgeries, right? This isn't where you want to be an entrepreneur. So now for everybody else, which is like 99% of people, going to college isn't going to be necessary. If I get asked this a lot too, do you regret going to college knowing what you know now? I like to say I don't live with regrets. I don't like to live with regrets. So whatever I do, I move forward and I move with it 100%. I'm 110% into it. At whatever I do, I go at it 110%. So I don't like to say I regret going to college. It was a great experience. If you're going to college just to get that experience, then fine, it's worth it. If you have that money, go ahead and do it. But if you want to be successful, you don't need college. And like I said, the reason I don't regret it is because I gained a lot of, friendships, and I gained the ability to speak to people that I wasn't really taught in high school or even growing up. So I did gain that. But I wouldn't say it really benefited me tremendously financially, or to, really better my life, in other words, financially. But it was a good experience, so I don't regret it. But if you were to ask me, would I go back to college or would I do something different? I probably wouldn't go to school. I would probably go get a trade certificate, welding, electrical, plumbing, do that for, a year or two, invest my money, and before I know it, I'll be retired by 24, 25 instead of 20, 27, 28. So I could have shortened it up a couple years if I had done that instead, had I known that information. But to answer your question, no, I do not regret going to college. I learned a lot, not so much in the finances, but I learned a lot just about life in general. So to kind of give some numbers on why I believe college today is a waste of time, is because I know a lot of people that have student debt, and most people who get out of college are going to go and find a job that pays them around $60K today. If you're watching this years from now, it might be different. But as of right now, the average pay for a college grad is about $60K, more or less, give or take, depending on where you are located in the country as well, right? But when they graduate, they have 30,000 in debt. You're only going to be making 60K a year. You're not going to be paying that whole college debt, the whole 30,000 within that year. Most people aren't. You still have to pay for your living expenses, vehicle, fuel, food, insurance. There's a whole bunch of costs with just living life. So you're not going to be able to afford to pay that off in 1 year. I suppose if you really buckled down, it could be done. Nothing is impossible, right? But realistically, not everyone's going to do that. So they're probably going to be paying on this for years. I know people who are in their 40s and 50s still paying on college debt that they took out years and years and years ago. So no, I don't think it's worth it. Why am I going to go pay $30,000 to a college to go make $60,000? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And in my opinion, it doesn't make any sense to me. I also know people who are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I know a pharmacist. She's a pharmacist. She is over $100,000 in debt. Her income is probably about $100-something thousand a year. She's not going to go and put away all her income for a whole year just to pay off her debt. Not only that, you get interest charged on that too, right? It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. It's not feasible for the average person. So again, $100,000 of school debt is going to follow you for a very, very long time unless you get really, really serious about it. But in my opinion, it's not worth it, taking out $100,000 worth of loans to go and make $100-something thousand a year. Just not worth it to me. There's other ways and faster ways and better ways to make money today that are outperforming people who have college degrees. For one is real estate. Real estate is going to outperform that. And in college, in school, we're taught to be employees. We're not really taught to be entrepreneurs or to kind of work for ourselves. And that's where you have to, I guess, distinguish or venture out. You're not going to learn any of the entrepreneurship skills in college or in high school. You're going to have to go out and find this stuff on your own. No one's going to teach you this. We're taught to be employees. We're taught to just pass tests. We're taught to be, quote unquote, humble, be happy with what you have, be happy you have a job, things like that. And in today's age, it's getting harder and harder for people who have single family incomes to make a living. So things have changed drastically where I just don't believe college is important anymore. A lot of people are now hiring people without college degrees. Like I said, I worked with people who did not have college degrees who were making well over $200,000 a year, more than some doctors, right? So yeah, just to kind of wrap it all up, no, you don't need a college degree. If you're watching this, you probably either don't have a college degree or you do, and you're just wondering if you made the right decision, or if you're not there yet, if you're going to make the right decision of going to school. Like I said, I kind of followed what I was told. My parents just told me they wanted a better life for me, and the only way to achieve that was to go to school, get a good paying job, stay there for 30 or 40 years, get a 401k, a pension, this and that, and then I might be able to retire in my golden years at 65 or 70 years old. And yeah, I said screw that, I'm not doing that, and I was able to retire basically at 27, 28 years old. But yeah, in short, no, you don't need a college degree. There's other ways to get it done without going to school and wasting all that thousands and thousands of dollars. Well guys, I hope you found that informational and motivational, inspirational. Again, not financial advice, but I hope it kind of steered you in the right direction, or to open your eyes into what else is available out there besides college, because college is not for everyone, and no, you don't need college to be successful. Alrighty guys, without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.